Bonjour, messieurs, dames. Ça y est, j'y suis. J'annonce aujourd'hui ma candidature à la chefferie du Parti libéral du Canada. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am in. I'm announcing my candidacy today for the leadership of our party. I'm running because I love my country, because I love my party, and because I believe I can offer the leadership this country needs in tough times. Je suis candidat à la chefferie parce que j'aime mon pays, j'aime mon parti, et je peux offrir le leadership dont les Canadiens ont besoin dans les temps difficiles. Now, I'm going to be in competition with some fine fellow Liberals, but I'm not running against any of them. I'm running against Stephen Harper and the Conservative government. Mon cible dans cette campagne n'est pas mes amis et mes collègues libéraux. C'est le record décevant du gouvernement Harper. They failed to prepare our country for tough times. They failed to confront the rising crisis in the industrial sector. They failed to address Canada's growing problem of productivity. They failed to tell Canadians the truth. They promised not to tax income trusts, and they broke that promise. They promised not to run a deficit, and they broke that promise. And now they promise they won't cut essential social programs. Who's going to believe that promise? The truth is simply not in these people. Leadership for me is about telling a true story that helps Canadians make sense of their world. A story that helps us all to act together with courage and determination. Because what we understand together, we can master together. This government has not even begun to tell Canadians how to understand what's happening to them. And if they don't understand, how are they supposed to act together? How are we supposed to act together if we don't understand? As Liberals, our job in opposition will be to tell Canadians that good, true story, to put the story together so we can act together. Our job will be to outthink the government, and we're already doing this. During the last election, we put forward an important 5-point action plan. The government plagiarized most of it. Now, imitation may be the sincerest form of flattery, but it's also a sure sign of intellectual bankruptcy. The key point here is this. At precisely the moment when the global economic system is turning to governments around the world to become the guarantor of risk of last resort, Canada is ruled by a party that still believes that government is the problem, not the solution. We Liberals believe differently. We believe that smart, compassionate government can be part of the solution, working with businesses to keep markets honest, working with Canadians to pull down the barriers that keep us apart as a people. In this crisis, Canadians will want Liberals to be fighting for them. We do not want a Canada where hope and opportunity have fled from the countryside, have fled from the small towns, have fled from the single industry towns, have fled to the big cities, and then, God help us, have fled overseas. We do not want a Canada where the color of your skin, the language you speak, the country you originated from determines how well you survive this economic downturn. In this crisis, Liberals are going to fight for a Canada where all Canadians, wherever they live, wherever they came from, get the same shot at the Canadian dream. Hope, opportunity, equality. These are the values I want to fight for as leader of this party, and if the people so decide, one day as their Prime Minister. La dernière élection a été difficile pour notre parti, mais il n'y a jamais eu un meilleur moment d'être un libéral, car nos valeurs de compassion, d'innovation, de responsabilité sont plus pertinentes que jamais. The last election was tough for us, but there has never been a better moment to be a Liberal, because our core beliefs will always rise to the challenge of this hour. But to rise to this challenge, this party needs to change. Mon objectif à Vancouver, ce n'est pas seulement de gagner, mais de rendre cette partie plus forte, plus unie, plus convaincant que jamais. And the watchword of this leadership campaign, our leadership campaign, must be travaillons ensemble, tous ensemble. But renewal can't just be a slogan. It must mean throwing open the doors of this party to the next generation, to the best and brightest our society has to offer. And so, if elected, I pledge to convene a policy conference within 100 days of our convention in Vancouver, at Kingston for the 21st century. Une conférence de chercheurs, d'activistes, de militants de base pour renouveler le cerveau, mais plus important, pour réchauffer le cœur de notre grand parti. And I pledge to initiate renewal at the grassroots, a 308 riding strategy. Chaque comté, chaque association, rien n'est donné avance aux conservateurs, ni au Bloc, et surtout pas au MPD. On va lutter partout dans le pays pour nos valeurs libérales. These liberal values run right through the middle of me. Compassion, toughness of mind, generosity of spirit, and above all, a fierce patriotism for a land I love. When we have faith in our values, when we listen to our fellow citizens, when we practice the politics of respect as opposed to the politics of personal assassination, we liberals never lose. I hope to be chosen as the leader of this great party in Vancouver. But this party, its tradition, its future, is much bigger than any one of us. But if I have the honor to be chosen, it will be the greatest honor of my life to be given the chance to lead it. Thank you very much.